Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Mart. I am Jason in San Simeon, California. I'm just right across from the Hearst Castle, but I decided to stop at the William Randolph Hearst State Beach as well as the Pier. And I'll show you a couple other attractions as well, including an elephant seal rookery, which is just a few miles up the road. And I think I'll go ahead and take a stroll, share some history, and just enjoy the view. So there's plenty of free parking. Well, there was no attendant there, so I took advantage of the free parking. And as you can see, there are cookout tables. And down there is the beach parking lot. But what I'm going to do is read about the history of whaling, turning whale blubber into valuable oil. This 200-gallon iron vat or tripot was found here on San Simeon Beach. Captain Clark and his crew melted slabs of blubber from the whales hunted offshore. Imagine the stench and black smoke filling this cove as the blubber was rendered into oil. Wow. Here's 3 more markers now. Shore whaling in San Simeon. From there's a clear view of San Simeon Point in Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary, where whales are seen migrating throughout the year. During the 1800s, San Simeon Bay was a busy port and whales were hunted from shore. Whaling was a seasonal occupation dependent on the annual migration of primarily gray and humpback whales. Clark died in 1891, but the whaling operations continued for 2 more years until Phoebe Eberson Hearst purchased the property in 1894. That was the wife of, that was the mother of William Randolph Hearst, whose castle we're right across from. And how they caught a whale. Oh my gosh. It says here, the baleen of the whale was used in the 1800s for corsets, umbrella ribs, and buggy whips. Wow. Stuff you did not know. Perched on the bluff of San Simeon Point, an eager Portuguese whaler sees a migrating whale and shouts, "Whale ho!" Men in 30-foot oar-powered boats equipped with harpoons and bomb lances set out to capture a whale. And then they would sometimes experience the Nantucket sleigh ride and could be pulled up to 20 miles. Oh my gosh. And then they would get weighed, the blubber was removed and melted down in that pot like the one I just showed you, and then the oil was processed at San Simeon and was transferred into wooden barrels and shipped to San Francisco. One 45-foot gray whale could yield up to 35 barrels of oil valued up to $1,200. Oh my gosh. And then this covers the last part of the era. So for 50 years, 1850 to 1900, over 5,000 gray and humpback whales were taken by California whaling stations. But by 1892, the capture of whales decreased from 22 to 5 in San Simeon Bay. The continued take and improvements in hunting technology contribute to the decline of whales and the end of California shore whaling. In addition, the discovery of petroleum in 1860 provided cleaner burning kerosene as an alternative to whale oil. And then changes of attitude, took place throughout the 20th century. And by 1972, the United States banned all whaling. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to go down to the beach, but I will walk the pier, which is just right at that corner. Alright, now I'm going to check out the pier, take a little walk, go all the way over there, and enjoy the walk, stroll, and views. And here's another marker. The history of San Simeon Bay. It has a rich history of human use. The area was inhabited for more than 10,000 years by indigenous peoples. In the late 1700s, Spanish missionaries occupied the area and introduced cattle ranching to the coastal prairies. By the 1800s, San Simeon Bay was a vibrant seaport and shore whaling station, exporting dairy, mercury, and whaling products. Starting in the late 1800s, the Hearst family built piers to receive ships delivering goods from all over the world. And just kind of taking a look at this view. Not many people here. I mean, it's a decent day. It's really sunny. It's windy, and people are dressed in their swimwears. Now on this side, people are trying to surf. Here's another marker. It talks about how the Hearst Corporation donated the area in 1953, comprising William Randolph Hearst Memorial Beach to San Luis Obispo County in memory of Hearst. In 1970, the property and pier were transferred to the state of California. Hearst San Simeon State Park and Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary offer many opportunities to enjoy recreation and wildlife viewing. And just like that, I made it to the end of the pier. You get a really nice view. I'm glad it's not cloudy today like it has been the last 2 days here in California. Gonna look down a little bit. Oh yeah. And then there's the beach. Well, the southern part of it. And I'm standing right at the edge of the pier and I can just see the castle. Hopefully you guys can see it. But yeah, it's one of those places I could just spend all day here, but yeah. That's probably why I don't live in California. Oh, is that a seal over there? No, it's a duck. Never mind. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that might be a cave right there. That's so cool. I'd love to go down there and check it out, but then, I don't know. I'm on a time schedule, unfortunately. Hopefully I can find some more along this drive. Alright, we're going to go to Sebastian Store. Before I do that, I'm going to see what's behind this fence to over there. Alright, here's the Hearst Ranch. I'm not going to read that marker over there, but generally there's supposed to be horses here, and there's a sign that says horses may bite, but I'm not going to mess with the horses. This family ranch began in 1865 when George Hearst bought nearly 50,000 acres of the Piedra Blanca Rancho, which was named by Spanish explorers for its white rocks, from Jose de Jesus Pico, who was granted the land in 1840 by Mexican Governor Juan Bautista Alvarado. It has been an operating cattle ranch since that time. Over the years, the family expanded and contracted different adjoining properties, bringing it to its current size of about 83,000 acres. Now, there's nothing said about that building except that it's off limits to the public, but I am kind of curious about that. There's a marker here, the California State Historic Landmark. Here's Sebastian's General Store. It is one of the longest running family-owned businesses in the state of California. And it's been owned by the Hearst Ranch since 2010. This is the oldest store building along the north coast of San Luis Obispo County, built in 1852 at Whaling Point. 1/2 mile westward, it was moved in 1878 to its present location. Operated by the Sebastian family for half century, it is now owned and operated by J.C. and Louise Sebastian. Well, it's not up to date, but it's from 1960. And this is landmark number 726. And right here, you can view the Hearst Castle, which is just up that hill. But yes, they still sell goods. So I'm going to take a little peek inside there. All kinds of gifts and everything. And of course they sell food here. And there's also a winery close to it. Luckily wine is not my thing, but if wine is definitely your thing, then definitely come here.
Well, we could go down there. I don't know how you get there. Oh, no, they switched it all around.
And unfortunately I do not know the significance of that building right there. Historical building, please keep off. Yeah, we know that, but there's no signage on any corner of the building. That's okay. Alright, we are now going to see some elephant seals. Come along. Alright, I am now at the Piedras Blancas elephant seal rookery. And this tells a lot about elephant seals, like when they're birthing and breeding, March and April, which is now, weaned pups, when they're molting, fall all out. Here's some more information about elephant seals. Like in 1990, elephant seals began using the beaches at Piedras, Blancas. Okay, I'm gonna start down there, which is the south end. And right now, here's a historical marker. Point Piedras Blancas, a recent colony, thousands growing, and sorry, thousands strong and growing. That's what we're going to see. In the late 1800s, whalers discovered elephant seal blubber yielded extremely high quality oil. Hunted by the thousands of several decades, these animals were thought to be extinct until a small group was found on Guadalupe Island off the coast of Baja California. All northern elephant seals today are descended from that remnant population. Elephant seals populated this beach only recently. In 1990, biologists spotted over a dozen animals for the first time. In 1992, the first pup was born, and by 1996, over 1,000 pups were born here at Point Piedras Blancas. Today, that number has quadrupled. The total population of this colony is now more than 15,000. And this is just a friendly reminder that these are all protected by law. In 1922, Mexico became the first government to protect elephant seals, followed by the United States. Today, elephant seals are protected by the Marine Mammal Protection Act of 1972. All right, let's take a look at some elephant seals. Oh man, you can hear them too. There's one trying to get around over there. See him? All right, here's a little closer view. Just sitting there chilling. Doing a little sunbathing. And at the same time, in addition to hearing them, I hear the waves of the Pacific. So nice. And of course the wind. Oh look, a little one trying to get around over there. Now moving towards the north part of the Rookery. This is not really historical, but it's a friendly reminder that it is a privilege to view elephant seals in their natural environment. Enjoy the rare opportunity. Please do your part to ensure they remain undisturbed. Well, I see one over there. And if you see far away, that is the Piedra Blancas lighthouse. Alright, I'm going to see if I can reserve a spot right here briefly. Oh, this is kind of much better. Not very many of them, but still pretty cool. And here's another marker that tells us about what the characteristics of elephant seals do. Like they grunt, they bicker, they snarl and spar. This is how to tell when they're sleeping, they're vocalizing, they're sparring, scratching, flipping sand.